first, the Lawton Sedition
All
Act.
right.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah, man, this was nuts. Good
Last
friend.
week, Pawhuska. This week,
Yeah.
Lawton.
Tim Harper, he does these First Amendment audits, Second Amendment audits, takes his camera in, walks around police stations and stuff. Tim has got guts, man. And he went down there.
You know what? That shouldn't take guts to walk into our government facility.
Well,
you dreamer.
Okay.
You know, it shouldn't be that bad.
But-
Just think about it.
Now, Tim's part of the Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite, part of,
Right.
our bunker over in Oklahoma City, and then another Adrian Otap, E Pluribus Otap,
right.
another guy that you'll see on the Oklahoma
He's been on
Taxpayers Unite.
on the-
Yeah. So these two guys went down and joined hundreds of protesters there in Lawton. And I called Adrian tonight. I said, where were the cops? He says, you know what? They camped out about 2 blocks away. And I said, so there was you and Tim and hundreds of these people. And I mean, they were wearing the hoods, the masks and everything, and they were blocking them. Folks, look at it. I just published a story today about noon that there was literally sedition going on. Now, sedition's a heavy word, but this wasn't just a protest. Wasn't even a rebellion, a refusal to do something. This was taking over government entities, our public streets, and shutting them down. And not only that, shutting down access to a federal army facility, Fort Sill. Nobody could get in or out for a while there. And
This is like Hong Kong chaos.
yeah. Now, Tim, you talk about guts. He's got this 10-foot long PVC pipe and a Trump 2020 flag on it.
Oh my!
Big blue flag, and he's holding
There's
that
your
thing up
re-education
and
kid.
walking up in their midst. And you know what? Tim's packing heat, and it's out in the open, and they know that he's loaded. Tim survived a hostile crowd. Now, this big 400-pound guy or something like that was shoving him and chest bumping him and trying to, coerce and block him. I got a picture on my article there that Channel 25, Fox 25, Oklahoma City did. They finally formed a human chain to keep him out for the protest because he has his flag 10 feet high in the air, or 12 feet high. And, but here's my problem. Where were the cops?
Really?
Yep.
Oh, were they being paid?
Oh, they were eating donuts
I'm
2
just saying,
blocks away.
We pay for them. We pay for them. We pay for them.
No,
and here's
no,
what we expect.
listen, it's not just the Lawton police here that didn't show up. It's the Comanche County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
It's the Oklahoma Highway Patrol.
Man.
And I'm going to say this, that the military police at the gates backed up way back behind the gates.
We're seeing the same thing happen in Portland. They do the
Yeah.
same thing in Portland.
Right.
They're doing
The-
it.
no, the
Berkeley.
I want
Yeah.
to say this. Our military police did not remove the obstructing masses
Right.
from the gates to enter into Fort
Well,
Sill.
didn't they also block the highway?
Yes, I-44, U.S. Interstate 44.
Right.
And so, now, a month ago, a bunch of protesters went in there at the gates. They weren't blocking. They were just there to demonstrate on the boulevard, the grassy knoll, and one military police ordered them off, and the military suspended him and re-educated him for what he did. He's a military, he is commissioned.
He represents the authority.
And he was an officer. Okay, this wasn't a
Well,
listed man.
did he order them off of an area that they could be at?
No, this was a secure military base. You had to check in. You had to have.
They were inside the base.
It's a closed base.
But they were inside the base.
Yes, they
Oh,
were
okay.
inside the base. Okay, so what I'm saying is, there was no law enforcement. There was open sedition, and we had two members of the Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite, Tim Harper and Adrian Otap, that were left to fend for themselves. Fortunately, they were both packing heat, and the people knew it. And other than some chest bumping and pushing, that's about all that happened to them. Thank God that's all that happened.
Well, I mean, this is a great example of why we need Second Amendment rights is from these the sedition, acts of sedition, and factions. You know, they run amok with no no respect for the law.
Yeah, and you know, this to me is like, where is our government? We are no better off than the mayor of Baltimore was when the rioting happened there, and she got in front of the cameras and says, let them do what they're going to do. And you know who suffered? It was mostly the black merchants that suffered because they let them be looted because the cops cared more about their own butts than protecting the people they took in office.
The folks in Koreatown, they actually
themselves. No, that was Southside. That was Rodney King back in '91. Yeah, that was a while back.
Wait,
but you're
what are you
right.
talking about?
The Baltimore one.
Oh,
that was
Baltimore.
Just,
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I really have a problem mostly with our State Department of Public Safety. They were nowhere. And it wasn't like this caught them by surprise.
No.
This thing hit the media 5 days earlier.
Right.
So they knew it was happening.
This proves out the lie. So in the normal, ordinary conversation of Americans, we discuss, socialism versus capitalism, whether we should rely on 911 to save us during an emergency, or whether we should be self-reliant and defend ourselves. This is a perfect example of why socialism is a lie. Calling the police doesn't guarantee you can protect yourself.
Yeah.
You won't protect yourself. What's the famous line? When seconds count, the police will be there in minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
and I want to say they continually got
They
heckled.
can't be everywhere.
Yeah,
It's unfair
that's
to
true.
ask the cops to do
That's-
what the liberals ask them to do.
Yeah, that's true. But when you got, they were supposed to be at this event. The
That's
cops
a
were-
different issue.
So what I'm saying here, is these two friends of OTU Media here, part of our journalism crew, if it weren't for them packing heat, and I'm telling you, you can watch the video. It's like an hour and 40
They
minutes.
can find
on
that at
Harvard's.
Suno Politics.
We put it on 3D Politics
And
Live
3D
as
Politics,
well.
nice, okay.
But you'll see them constantly telling them, hey, why are you carrying a gun? Get rid of that gun. Why did they want them to get rid of that gun?
Well, that allowed them to carry the flag. That's why.
Allowed them to-
Hey,